I was about a senior in high school, and a friend took me up for an airplane ride. And that was just amazing to me, the freedom of flight. And living in Kansas, there's so much aviation history, and I just gravitated towards that. I've worked in the aviation industry for many, many years, but I do remember taking that first flight, and I remember thinking, yeah, this is going to be my path. As a matter of fact, I was married on an airplane. John and I, my current husband, we were both into aviation when we met, and we were avidly following the progress of a airliner in Kansas City that was being restored by a group of ex-TWA mechanics and friends. And this was a Lockheed Constellation. It was a very popular aircraft that flew in the late 50s up until probably the mid-60s. And it happened to be the plane that my parents immigrated on. So it had a lot of meaning. And John and I each brought a beautiful daughter into the marriage. So they were dressed like stewardesses from the 50s. And they carried red TWA roses. And I had on a vintage dress from the time. We were very limited on the amount of people we could have, so it was pretty much just my parents. And it was quite interesting for my parents to be back on a plane after all those years to see the plane. It wasn't the same plane, the same model aircraft that they came over on. It was just a fascinating experience. The gentleman that married us was a pilot. The people affiliated with the TWA Connie were very, very accommodating, and they'd never had a wedding on the plane before. And we couldn't afford the plane in flight, so it was stationary. And they said, well, we have good news and bad news. The plane will be in Kansas City that time that you're interested, but it'll be at KCI, which is the big airport here. And we're having a TWA open house, so we'll have thousands of people there. So it was quite interesting walking off of the airplane, coming down the stairs, and receiving applause from thousands of people from Kansas City that I had no idea who they were, but it was kind of nice. They were at our wedding.